Oh, listener, if you're tuning in right now, pull up a chair. Let me pour you a bit of this herbal brew chamomile with a whisper of lavender, the kind that steadies the soul on stormy evenings. I'm Eleanor Grant, 72 years young, or so I tell myself these days. I'm whispering this tale from a sun-dappled porch in Portland, Oregon, where the Willamette River hums like an old friend and the air carries that earthy promise of rain-kissed roses. But 3 years back, I was anchored in a different world, a misty lakeside cottage on the edge of Lake Washington in Seattle. That place, it was my sanctuary, woven from 40 years of quiet joys with my husband, Thomas. We built it plank by plank, him with his calloused carpenter's hands, me sketching wildflower borders in the garden. After his heart gave out 8 winters ago, I lingered there alone, tending lilacs and brewing tea at dusk, watching fog roll in like a soft blanket over the water. Peace, I thought. That's all a woman my age needs. Until the morning my world cracked wide open. Picture it, a drizzly Seattle dawn, the kind where the sky hangs low and gray, mirroring the ache in your bones. The front door swings wide, no knock, no hello, just my son, Nathan, 47 and frayed at the edges, striding in like he owned the deed. I remember him as a boy, all gangly limbs and gap-toothed grins, chasing fireflies across the lawn, yelling, "Mama, catch this one." But that day, he stormed in, reeking of stale coffee and sharper worries, shadows under his eyes like bruises. Trailing him was his wife La, my daughter-in-law, the one whose polished smiles always felt a touch too sharp, like a rose with hidden thorns. She'd sweep in on visits wrapped in silk scarves and that cloying jasmine scent, her gaze flicking over my faded quilts and teacups as if tallying their worth on some invisible ledger. I'd chalked it up to my own prickly heart, told myself love meant overlooking the chill. Looking back, I see it clear. Leela didn't cherish Nathan. She coveted what he could pry from my grip. They claimed the oak table in the kitchen, the same one where we'd carved Thanksgiving turkeys, laughter echoing off the pine walls. No, how are you, Mom? No, embrace. Nathan just unzips his battered briefcase and thuds a sheaf of documents down, the paper crisp as a slap. Leela unsnaps her designer clutch, slides a silver pen across like an offering to some dark ritual. "Sign here," Nathan mutters, voice flat as hammered tin. I tilt my head, peering through my reading glasses. "Sign what, exactly?" Lila chimes in, her tone honey-dipped venom. "Oh, it's nothing dramatic, Eleanor. Just a little snag with a venture we're funding. Your name on the line smooths it over, back in your pocket before the leaves turn." I nudge the stack away, eyes snagging on the bold ink. $250,000. My pulse stutters. "Nathan," I say, steady as I can muster, "that's my nest egg scraped clean. Social Security covers the roof and my pills. But this, where's a widow like me supposed to conjure that from thin air?" He sighs, heavy as a felled tree, like I'm the one fumbling the math. "Come on, Mom. I know about that rainy day fund, the one Dad squirreled away. You've got it tucked somewhere. One favor. You rattle around this big house solo, mortgage-free. What's a splash of help among kin?" Lila crosses her arms, that smirk curling like smoke. "Think of it as a bridge loan, dear. Linger too long, and the folks on the other end get restless. It won't just ripple back to us at the Lapita shore." Her eyes gleamed with that predatory glint, savoring my flinch. "Why me?" I whisper. "Last spring, it was seed money for your startup. Before that, a quick fix for a buddy's crisis." "Not a dime's," returned Nathan. "Am I family, or just the vault?" His jaw tightens, a vein pulsing at his temple. "Don't spin tales, Mom. Blood's thicker than ink. I haven't crossed you." I hold his stare. "You don't need knives for wounds, son." Words carved deep enough. The clock ticks like a heartbeat in the hush. He folds the papers, inches them closer. "If you balk, they'll hound Usme Lila. This is real, not some game." Fear flickered there, raw and tangled. Was it the creditor's shadow, or his own greed snarling back? I swallow hard, nod. "All right, I'll handle it by evening." Relief floods his face, twisting into a grin. "I don't know anymore. Knew you'd come through." They vanish in a swirl of her perfume and the click of her boots on the threshold. The door latches, and I sink into silence, the house groaning like it shares my grief. I wander the room's framed snapshots of Nathan's first bike, holiday wreaths we'd strung together, the chipped mug he glazed in art class at 10. When did the thread snap? I drift to Thomas's old drafting table in the corner, lift the cloth cover. Beneath, hidden in a locked cedar box, my true vault lies, the deed to it all. Inside, a trust document, crafted by my old friend and lawyer, Miriam Locke, shifting every cent into evergreen legacy, a fortress only she and I knew. I dial her, voice a thread. Miriam, it's worse. Nathan and Lalot, $250,000. Threats veiled as pleas. She exhales slow. Don't budge, Eleanor. No signatures, no wires. I'll activate the shields. I spill it all. She sighs like a weary oak. Gather your proof, the old loans, the IOUs that vanished like mist. By noon, I've unearthed the ledger, over 6 years. $180,000 siphoned business boost, car repair, one last lifeline. Dates, wires, his scrawled vows, all ghosts now. I text my brother, Harlan, up in Spokane. If I'm radio silent, a spell, no frets, off on a whim, but tuck that old snapshot safe. Our code, born of childhood secrets. I slip to the bank, draw cash, shutter the mail trail, christen, a fresh account under the trust. The teller quirks a brow at Evergreen. I smile, faint, roots that weather the gales. Dusk falls. I pack light a valise with sundresses, heart meds, passport, that ledger on a thumb drive. On the counter, a lone note in my looping script. Nathan, you're right, I shield you from the storm, but I'll slip its grasp too. No chains hold me now. One last sweep. The cottage breathes with Thomas's low chuckles, Nathan's boyish whoops, my illusion of endless grace. At 8 bells, I twist the lock, hail a cab to the Amtrak station, board the Cascades line bound for Portland. No fanfare, just the rhythmic clatter of rails devouring miles, city spires melting into evergreen haze. Through the pane, twilight bleeds purple. I clutch the drive, each entry a scar. Tomorrow, he'd hunt my funds. He'd unearth echoes, not me the devoted mother he'd miscast as prey. Before slipping away, I'd crossed to my neighbor, Mr. Hargravity, with eyes like polished flint and a limp from Nam. 25 summers we'd waved over hedges. I pressed the spare key into his palm. Mind the lilacs for me, a jaunt to see kin. He nods. No probe. Roses wait for no one. Ellie, if queries come, you're sunning in Maui. I chuckle, soft, and parcels. None for me. His grin crinkles, silent as a subdive. Go, chase your light. Lighter, I ring Miriam from the platform. Eleanor, I've locked the perimeter, but arm yourself a narrow proxy, should he claim you're adrift in your wits. Her growl warms me. In a thicket of thorns, she's the unyielding vine. The form arrives, via secure link. I ink it at a station kiosk. Clerk as witness. Upload to the ether. Justice, I muse, gleams like chainmail fitted right. It turns blades aside. I zigzag the route Seattle to Eugene. Then Portland cash for tickets. SIM swapped. Geofences slain. The cars sway through velvet night, stars pricking the dome like defiant sparks. In Eugene, a layover night in a pine-scented, in chill air nipping my cheeks. At Dawn's Cafe, steam curls from my mug as I journal. Day 1, shedding the skin of home, fleeing, or reclaiming. Only this, my compass spins true, at last. 3 dawns on, Portland unfolds emerald bridges arching over the river. Adobe facades blushing terracotta under forgiving skies. I lease a nook in the Pearl District, a garret with vaulted beams, jasmine vines clawing the sill. Landlady, Rosa, stoic widow of Italian roots murmuring, cash up front, bean. We honor quiet here. Nesselin, her words snag my throat. Home sands flinch, a balm. Rhythm roots, slow, mornings. I prowl the Saturday market, where artisans hawk turquoise rings and wool throws under market awnings. Afternoons, a corner bistro to brace, eyes tracing the river's lazy bend. Dusk, at my scarred oak desk, I chronicled Nathan's toll, texts pleading just this once, wires draining like blood, vows evaporating. Each ditchet bites, but clarity blooms pain as whetstone, honing my edge. 1 twilight, Miriam rings. Eleanor, your trails compromised a shadow account in your name. Nathan's fingerprints all over. Bile rises. Violation deeper than theft. She guides the freeze banks alerted, bureaus besieged, and a mind-sharp evil, lest he paint you frail. Next morn, a riverside clinic. Dr. Ellis, silver-templed and kind, absorbs my fragments, nods. Your recalls a lighthouse, Mrs. Grant. No fog here. His seal feels like reclaiming a stolen breath. That eve, Miriam connects me to Detective Lena Vasquez, mid-40s, hawk-eyed voice like Riverstone. Over chamomile at her precinct. I unspool the coercion, the lenders lurking like wolves. She leans in. Smart move, vanishing. Kin praise Kamangilt as the hook. Ping me, and he whispers. Her cards, my talisman, slipped beside my heart. Night falls. I crack the casement, Willamette breeze, threading cool fingers through my hair. My burner phone lists 3 anchors. Miriam, Harlan, Lena, my lifeline, braided tight. Gazing at Orion's belt, I whisper, safety's no. It's fear's exile from your own blood. Journal closes. Day 8. Purpose stirs, not mere breath. Tomorrow, uncharted, but mine. If you're still here, friend may be sipping your own brew, nodding along. Tell me, where's this finding you? A rainy city flat, a sun-baked porch, drop it below. Your words stitch this path brighter. And if it stirs something deep, tap that heart. It carries us further. A week in the burner, hums relentless blocked IDs, but Nathan's cadence bleeds through. First ring, soft, feigned, contrite. Mom, forgive the edge. Leela frayed. I followed, just a bridge repaid swift. Silence my shield. I log it, proof in pixels. Hours on, the barb. Hide all you want, shadows find light. Push, and regrets follow. Click. Pulse races, but roots hold. 3 days hence, a ghost email to my secure line. See the mess in your stead. Attachment, a sham deed. Lila's script atop my mimicked swirl. 32% monthly bleed. Notary quip. Matriarch consented off record. Sneer sings through. I forward to Miriam. She pounces. Fraud, pure. Complaint launches dawn. Her IR, from me, not files. Bank echoes. Subaccount greenlit. Near Nathan's firm. His hand, the ghost. Tremor grips not. Terror, betrayals bite. Eleanor, Miriam soothes. Lockdown's iron, but Bracedale hunt to hush. Soft, worse than forgery. Her paws heavy. Debt drowns reason. Steel yourself. Lena next. I bear it all. Safe harbor for you are, Elder Haven. Round the clock watch. I'll pave it. My garret's jasmine tugs. But nod comes. Lead on. The Haven hugs Portland's East Bank, a bungalow cluster. Verandas strung with lanterns. Herb knots blooming defiant. Warden, Willow, 68. Braided and serene. Tours me. Here, losses whisper, not shout. We reclaim the self, thread by thread. My nook, quilted bed, bay to the firs. First sleep, unbroken. Winds, lullaby. Days weave sisterhood. An 82-year widow. Son peddling her cabin for opportunities. A gent whose niece bled his IRA dry. Fled to tropics. We circle a harvest table. Tales, tumbling no scorn. Just echoes. Abuse, whispers. Willow says, for family, it coozes, till you're hollow. I freeze credit spins, labyrinthian letters dispatched. 2-factor veils, every gate, each lock, a brick, in my fortress. Miriam dispatches the dossier. Transfers, voicemails venomous, the phantom deed, forgery scans, blue binder swells not lickleese, my chronicle of collateralized kin. One dawn, Leela's missive pings, storms brew at your door first. Flee, Nathan's phantoms, or hers. Riddle gnaws, Lena, plausible panic. Patrols double, no solos. Trust fractures, but nods. Miriam urges, restraining writ against Nathan Harbor from harassment. Pause tugs remnant hope he'd wake. Repent, not spite. Eleanor, sanctuary. Ink flows, next morn, at County Hall. Accuser, Nathan Grant. Acts coercion, fraud, spectral menace. Hand quivers, but seals. Courthouse exit. Miriam, voice it to the DAS Elder Shield unit. Frame true. Fortify long. Portland sky, vast and vaporous. Silence bred this beast. I'll roar. Dusk by the sill. Headlights streak panes like comet scars. Mirror gleams. The yielder fades. Eyes steal anew. Rearview's no trap, I murmur. It's farewell to folly. May's mist cloaks a wrap willow. Brow furrowed. Eleanor, Lena's line. 2 shadows idled curbside till false dawn. No approach, just vigil. Chill spines me. Distance. No balm for Bloodshound. Lena arrives. Dossier thick. Sting time. Mrs. Grant. Unmask the puppeteer Nathan, or interlopers. Resolved steals. Chart the dance. Plan. Feign old account login at a Hawthorne Nook cafe. Shadows in wait. 2 breaths on unmarked cruiser idles. Blocks off. Portland's drizzle sheeting glass. Eye don scarf and spectacles harmless wanderer. Lena's whisper. Cue drops. Sip. Boot. Enter. Grin. Ghosts. stings, once cinema dreams, now, my script at 72, her warmth, youth bows to your grit, cafe hums espresso temps, chatter veil, keys dance, welcome warm screen, exhale, then, intruder alert entry from 62 miles south, gaze lifts, black sedan, lurks cross street, glare veiling forms, Lena crackles, origin, Nathan's office IP, warrant spins, eyes shudder, knowing stings sharper than surprise, days blur, Lena rings, caller on a lad, Kyle Ferris, fleeing state lines, wallet yields, my haven scrawl, bills, scribble rattle, no harm, NF, beneath, NG, silence chokes, hired to haunt, Lena softens, claims Nathan spun at rescue before rivals pounce, bitter huff, homecoming via fright, she yields, space, grief rends not, dread, the boy in man's husk, you, dear, ear betrayed by blood's own, how's your heart hold, spill in the notes, raw truths forge our steel, call ends, courtyard basks gold, truth's tattoo, Nathan bartered me for breath, gate slams inward, Miriam, estate freeze, no asset flips to foes. You're the beacon, Miriam, I stumble, you steady, her lilt, lantern, dear, you tread the wilds, twilight, recorder whirs, not court fodder, soul's purge, Thomas's tender flaws, the void I stuffed with surrender, Nathan's teen fibs, wedding vows with Lila, the glare demanding my quill, cloud sealed with his birthday legacy locked, for wanderers who grasp love's excess, taught Holt.post-haven, I join a Pearl District elder Aikido circle, Sensei Kira, wiry ex-cop imparts poise, in pivot, elbows arc from clasp, flesh recalls stature, she and nudge it awake, tumbles, bruise, weaks men deflect evade, Mira mocks no more, spine straight, survivor reborn, class close, burner buzzes, Lila gasps, ragged crashes punctuate, Eleanor, save us, Nathan's ferals mashed, the den, barred my codes, bundling the little ones to mom's bolt hole ice veins, breathe, Lila locale, closet shadows, he's a filled phoning phantoms, inhale deep, no chase, ferry the young to the women's refuge nearest, I'll summon Lena, but swear, Nathan's no harbor, break the tether, sobs crest, latch slams, Lila, not for me for your dawn, Lena, lifts ring one, tracked, Nathan's bolting with duffel, 2 licensed pieces, sanctioned pursuit, Lila's brood secure, your veil holds, knees buckle, survival's siege, not scrolls, porch vista, prayer for Lila, the tots, journal, if Kinsfield turns frayed, I rise, not conquer, endure, humanity's the prize, midnight ping, Lena Lila's flock safe, Nathan netted on I-5, unscathed, relief knots, grief, no visions of huddled flight, but mercy's veil, Miriam dawn, shift gears, Eleanor, suit Nathan, exploitation, falsified ink, peril proxies, dossiers primed, grip titans, mother versus unfathomable, yet duty dawns guard, the remnant me, days on, Miriam's pearl loft, tomes tower ledgers, mail's feigned leaf, my affidavit saga stark, bolster with psyche note, threat tapes, competencies crown, coercion's chain, USB yields, Dr. Ellis's writ, age no alibi for erasure, quill bites firm, chapter seals, old era interred, 10 sons, Portland bench grants, interim bar on Nathan Grant Soman, in fortnight, Miriam relays, warmth, blooms not laurels, laws lean in, no more hysteric hag, proops proclaim protector, hearing mourn, I dawn, Thomas's azure shawl, hall austere, fluorescence, hosh, Nathan perches opposite suited crisp, gaze, a beggar's mask, his counsel, slick youth, briefs, bulge, bailiff booms, Nathan rises, timbre quaver honor, I sought only succor from mother, no malice, no mimicry impostors in my guise, our tie, unbreakable, she's swayed by sentiment, eyes locked, please glance off, Lena, Miriam, flank, bench calls, feeds, screen flares, IP trail to his desk, footage of him scripting the spectre at Branchtill, silence, tombs he averts, counsel stammers, verdict brief, proof aligns, bar holds, fraud probe greenlit for crown, breath unfurls peace, post-route, dusk text, Lila relays Nathan's dispatch, anchor mom's deed, loans glide smoother, fallout, her burden, doubt dissolves, Miriam files, capstone undeniable, oath box, I testify, coax to ink, $250,000, menace, murmurs, flight's frenzy, calm cloaks abyss crossed, assent claimed, not vengeance, close, voice for the voiceless elders, Quiet reigns, judge's gaze softens, free not triumph. Truths unyoked. Days tick. Nathan breaches missive hybrid snarl supplication. Shatter us. Retract. Ghosts flee. Forwards fly. Dawn. He's tethered for defiance. Witness ward. Newslands. Palm to breast. Equity grinds. Glacial but sure. Haven leavings crate. I claim a hawthorn. Studio modest. 280 square. Streetlight kiss on silk. Evergreen trust inks year term. Half prepaid. Day 1. Thomas and me portrait hooks youth spark, his palm steady, lamp glows, tea steeps, vista gleams anonymous, no queries on maternal flaws, filial fractures, just Eleanor Grant, 72, Rebirth's architect, Miriam texts, lease locked, assets honor intact, reply, witness to my trek, not warden, grateful, Portland twinkles, bars loot drifts, sip warms, feet firm victories, root. Portland pulses, proprietary, farmers market Saturdays, waft berry tang, fiddles, fretting air, booth barter to trestle, draped sage, my watercolor cards lilacs reborn on rice paper, therapy's tint and berry tarts baked on fresh, placard curls, Eleanor's whisper sweet, sands sting, browsers linger, sample, swap yarns, southern soul in these berries, grin, echoes of old roots, pruned of rot, pennies trickle, some Nunez barren, yet fold-up fills richer than vault self-spun worth. Neba stall snares Evelyn, 76, ex-ledger keeper, at a mill, cards, eye-hawk, leather journals, slack days, barter, chuckle, if it cradles a tart, sealed, bond buds, swift Evelyn's quips, keen, counsel crisp, one haze, she flips ledger, Eleanor, solo sales, need charts, ditch debts, dictation, behold 602515, brow arches, cipher, sorcery, simple, 60 needs, 25 delights, 15 buffer or boon, Eve's trial, rent $720, fare and fuel $380, whims $190, Ness $210, modest map, mind-drawn liberties latitude, next moon, I petition the district hall for gratis watercolor circles for silvered souls, 8 souls, trickle, room blooms, giggles, hooped in wicker seats, brushes dance, berry teas, perfume lingers, strokes, midwife confessions, daughter dipping, pension for ventures, grandson ghosting nest egg, via gifts, spouse scripting debts in her stead, I weave, each hue mends a rift, canvas or core, circles morph confessional quiet salve, surer than salves, Lena's update hums, Da bites Nathan faces deceit, duress counts, summons, sails soon, stillness settles, tears, unbidden lightness, not glee, bargain, nay, debts paid aplenty, Leela rings post, refuge rooted clerking at a book nook, tots tutored aid, voice grates, I know, but remorse. Soft whisper to mirrors first, Lila, forge your path unbowed, hang up hushes, REB's therapy troop next financial phrase fellowship, guide, Dr. Hale probes, post tether, what's the thorn, palm lifts, claiming no sends, shames, lash, affirm, boundaries tongue we, claim our coin, rehearse terse, neighbor probes, sun snare saddens, smile, ache, but inaction, aches deeper, post-brush Eve, unsent script to Nathan parchment, precise, son, no reclamation or rebuke, grasp, no more tolls coin, quiet, fallout's freight, prayers persist, self no pawn, drawer dwells with tally's trove, Miriam warns, kin counsel, silence, forward faints, lilt, mutes my mastery now, nay, discernment scepter, luxuries loosen, sturdy trail boots, Willamette trail guide, dawn rambles down Burnside, galleries gilding gaze, cafe halt, brews, vapor veils, porcelain body, rekindles, mine alone, age, no leash pace claimed, pulse mine, seasons swirl, Portland's haze yields, harvest gales, markets persist, circles convene, Evelyn's ethic endures, mere mourn, tieback smile, genuine and bidden, for others, faded, self-sown, steadfast as dawn on spires, lived for Thomas, Nathan hearth, now, self's, soil, deliberate, dawn-lit, hearing haunts, October's amber crisp gusts, halls, slant sun shafts, antechamber, palms, Nebon, clerks, rustle, bruise bite, lingers, Miriam murmurs, Arsena gleams logs, mimics, Leela's ledger, truth alone today, grin, lifetime to hone honesty, now, it sings, chamber compact, beams high. Nathan need slate ensemble, lines etched, glimpse, dips remorse rigged. Leela lanes, grip white knuckled, bench bids, bites, trails tether his terminal, mails mimic my mark, 97% facsimile. Leela lifts, he bid forge, blind to her weak swim, repaid, gullible, I gulped. Nathan bolts, complicit, gavel cracks, frost falls, shield spins, yarn, pawns of partners, dock stays, strings pulled, then texts, torch glitch, gambit, remorse, mime, age arms her not, hush heart thuds, sworn, I ascend bibbles, wait lamps loom, Mrs. Grant, offerings, in hell vast, honor, not for coin or cuff, four elders echoes, long muted, pause, peers peer, youth schooled, yield to mate, brood, blood, love's mask for lone dread, when birth's bond wielded it. Throat chords, prestinatin, sun, pardon, flows, but not amnesia, nor reprise. Quill scratches soul, verdict veils, guilty fraud, faint elder edge. 28, lunar cycles confined, amends absolute, 5-year fringe post-free. He statues, exhale eases, yokes yield, weak wanes, warden wires. Nathan seeks supervised sight. Mo long, consent to not bomb, but bop. Pen glowers, fringe ward, gates grind, escort threads, triptychs, clangs, seal. Nathan near saffron, shift, hollows haunt, glass gulf, rasp, families float, mom, harm, never, steady stare, nay, sun you pwned, peace for perils dodge, debts deferred, dawn delayed, trusts till unbuttable head hangs, drops, drum, mute more, not left. Time tolls, rise, gaze final, no, iron naked verity, kin loss, self saves levy, outward, gale gusts grit, azure aches, cafe curve, usual, nod, cappuccino, cinnamon, kiss, day demands, spice. Dusk dies, studio amber, journal yawns, dawn project elders wounds to wellsprings, silenced seniors, deeds duped, nests raided, fears festering, sanctuary summons, sight seeds, hotline, hums Miriam mentors, law, Lena links, lifelines, Evelyn etches estimates, circles sister's staff, sunflowers sigillarid bloom, twilight, sill perch, pearl pulses lutes lament, lights lattice, reflection fearless, pacific, murmur, fisher's frame, radiance if gazed, gracious, dawn projects debut discourse, pre-dawn rouse, mist mantles, corners roast, rouses, whole hosts 50, chairs claim, gazes guarded mirrors, of my yester. Mike claims, Evelyn's beam bolsters, Eleanor Grant, hear not aches, anthem, but accents, arc, hush, saga spills, Nathan's yank, tiles, bite home's husk, wallet's wake, silence slays spirits, no sobs, stark, sheet lifts, trio of talismans, vaults veiled, traces trapped, tribes trusted, elaborate, cloistered coin from clut, digits defy deletion receipts, rants, allies, arm lawyer, kin, commune, these tether treasure and tenacity, the enough to erosion, midrow query, sunsuits, sting, soft beam, regret, ripples, but mutes misery deeper, nods net, end, throng thanks, embraces, etched. Tessa trails canvas, clutch frame find, gaze grateful, gratitude, hush for faith when I faltered, palm to shoulder, all or aisles, Leela steps the salvation, glide ghost, deeper than decrees, days drift, Portland post profiles, 72 crafts cadre against elder plunder, snapshot me, board banner dawn project, mutes no mantle, lines, light 20 please, sunsaps, savings, spouse seals, cards, names, notch, narratives, nest no phantoms, moonwaxes, credit clinic, convenes Avalen helms, graphs gleam, abacus ancient, coin converses, not, quip crowns chuckles, but bolts with the bridle. Trio ticks, none stir, tremors tame, clicks, kindle reclaims, radiance, Lena layers, foe's face, off to law, ways, deeds, not darlings, crisp close, nod net system shifts, sliver by steadfast, Nathan's note, near spenitent, plain, mom, alibis, ash, cage clears, echoed dad's leash, love's lord to lord, no guile, end, no pardon plea, thrive, prove my scar spared your spark, rereads ripple, weight wanes, reply restrained, heard, Nathan, truth touches, counsel claims, love learns, lash free, no coin, no cords rees rogue, as I seal sands shake, line limbs, lucid, willamette, wander eve, waters weave, willow gold, gusts gift, Glen and loam, ponder, cottage creeks, threat tolls, Trex trials, now, silver tresses, petal palms, giggles grip, visions, vivid, vital, modest means, rent met, aid oems, dawn dreadless, shade sways, shore, tail, beacon, peace claims daring, not dollars. Verdun Vernelville downpours drench, Zephyrus, zest soil sweet, Lena's line, lilt's caution, Nathan shifts to labor, lane metro, arbor crew, record roots, restraint reigns, rapport rises, quiet quests, breeze, saplings, eye, overseen, report relays, resolve restraints reign, accords arc, thanks trails, gaze drifts, blocks, bustle, vests, vivid, digs, deliberate, shoots staked, Marcus mitts, chest cinches boys, bend in man's bow, dusk delves, arbor aid, arc of images, ignite, inmates instill, litter lifts, walls washed, greens groomed, profile peak slunky lean, cap crown, spade steady, Nathan's nuance, shoulder slope summons seedling with sire, nightfall, parcel preps, pruner's pouch, gloves, supple, tome roots renewed, toils tonic, re-entry roots, sender, changes champion, nameless, necessity pardon, pulses unseen, timed tender, harvests, hush, library, locust dawn's discourse, autonomy's art, esteem's echo in elders, prep persists, prince-proofed, slides, sink, stage strides, lights, caress, century soul strong, twice inaugural, tales retread, talismans tout, backbench, Nathan, denim, drab, arms akimbo witness, not ward, pulse skips, prose persists, applause arcs, bow bends, he holds hover not haunt, throng thins, approach alone, Nathan, even keel, head dips, audit alone, no nudge, bean brew, public perch, no knots chats cord, flicker, fall, consent, canyon cafe corner, casement walamic, cup claims, clasp lingers, starts snare, low, daily digs, roots grips, men's measure, seed by seed, nostrums per vistaveers, cyclists cascade, apt, soils, sermon, time tills, truth, meager mirth, tots, thrive, Lila links glimpses center views, scorn spared, nay they navigate, nucleus, spoon stirs porcelain's song, soft mom, remorse raw, no faith force just voiced, not nets, sorry seed, not scythe, tread true, sands, swift salve, palm pauses, untouched, pardon paces, Nathan not, you'll lane min and linked eyelids ebb, damp, grasp, gracia for grace, rise, tab trails, my whimsy not wage, warmth, depart drifts, dauntless, frontiers frame, not fort, weeks weave, dawn draws donations lenders sum, seeds, seminars, laws, lore, ledgers lock, rolls read up, hamlets, hail, airwaves amplify, meet nook mirth, mantles lost luminaries rekindled, Evelyn's elbow, seed sown, symphony swells, beam, sowers, all we till together, arboreal afternoon, park path, sun shafts, saplings, greens glossy, ties, tender, halt, muse, Nathan's nurture, zephyr zips, shade strides, since no sag, soul, if motherhood mends, recast, no atlas, no anchor lie, equitable, halt-honed, no unyielding, pasts, gale, unstilled buffets but bends no bow, workshop wanes, wards, writ, refusals, right, reels, 80, eyes in, pack passes, street stalker pockets plunged, stare stapled, turntails, pursuit paces, prickle persists, lot lingers, pivot, intent, smirk smokes, chat on Lila's lagged, chill cascades, loaned her, lore says, you're lined, family float, stare steals, aid abets, no arms, counsel, not me, shrugged, stride, times my toll, cracks craze all, writ waves, breach beckons badges, dial dubs doom, Lena lifts, balk, bark, flaws found, even iron grannies, patrol, punces, Lena lands, sound, steadfast, but schooled overmuch, scan sweeps, Lila's old usurer, rates rapacious, mine, now, grip grounds, protocol pure, hence, dawn's distress direct hotline to hub, pilot prime, weak whirls, safe link launches law, and largesse laced, perch by pulse point, pride swells elder's edge, expedited, training twins, sham scrolls, scan, proxy perils, Evelyn, elucidats, legalese, I intone incidences homes hijacked, trusts tricked, aid the forms, dear tragedies, tease, hush hush, Leela's line, lightens, shelf steward now, library lane, tots thrive, tuition tendered, plain, but poised. Sting softens, poised pays penance's toll. Lila affirm, learns I. Nathan's, node nears, impulse irons, arboreal alliance, I dawns domain. Hesitance, hones, script sups, but hands hone honest. Nights not unravels dread of drifts, but trusts tonic tempts. Lena's lore, oversight strict, service, not sap the cord. Arbor admission, greens groom round our quarters, city's crew cloak. Debut dawns fest, vivid, gauntlets gripped, quip soul, labor levels, all, nod nets, known. Day drifts, I discern, waters, weeds, ises, earthward, effort earnest, atonement, acts, not aureus. Autumn's article arcs, 72, forges front against elder drain. Snapshot, Evelyn, me, Marcus's, mended row, rear. Influx, inundates, 65, shackled to surety. Volunteer vow valor like yours. Shifts surge, scribe snares a fiscal fiduciary. Fresh-led bank, toolkit tomes, 12 safeguards for silver seasons bills braid 2. Barriers bold, hundreds hatch, hawked gratis, deciphered deeds mine. Echo enough. Eve's end, Lila's lens, tots, tableau fiddle flourish, percussion pulse, beams blaze, caption, steady sails. Nathan notes, nest scars, someday sonnets, frames bedside, balcony breath, falls, streets saffron, stipple slate, teas tide tempers, heart hovers, honed light, peace, dawns drip undormer subtle sufficient for sight spark, imperfect leaves, lean lovely, 3 cycles since Seattle's scrape chairs crash, life's lattice loosed, fresh Portland prime, dawn's discourse, dwarfs, hall heaves 200, 60s silvered, voices, valor vowed, podium plants, mic mates, light limbs once, quilk waked, yanked, chairs chronicle claims curtain.com, saga surges, Nathan's tug, slates, Stinghaven's husk, coffers call, mute, souls, surrender, no gall, grace, liberty's levy, daily daring nays, nod, selfish's stride, claps cascade, parched plains pour, back, Nathan, green garb, quiet quorum, front, Leela, little's hugs, hush bunt, Nathan nears, nader, nod, neutral, smile mirrors raw, real. Lens lures, lineage, US under unclouded urn, smiles, scarred but sure truest tint, finale flares, seedling stipend, sprouts dawns digit for dues, drills in duress, yester onion, others outpace, gift, grit, gospel itch germ greens, fierce fringe fleas, bow bends, ovation oceans, chest chords, no, fray flow, dusk's duo, Miriam, me, steps strewn, firmament flawless, firmament fingers, 3 turns, she toasts, bruise bridge, recall that eve, tremor torn funds fleeing, lilt lifts, apenix pyre, purged frailty, fortitude flowered, stars tally tacit, soft, ages alms, renewals, right lots at rate, zest zephyrs, pine punch, home's hearth, journals, Eleanor Grant, 72, no and now to dread, no flawless fade just dawns deliberate, quill quiets, frames, fresh miles, scarred, surviving, vista veils, gale greens, leafs, litany, morrow, brew, breach, bomb calls, begin, boundless, listener, if this whisper wove wonder pausing for progenitors, pluck in plights its pulse persists, where winds this your way, which whisper winged deepest, notes nest us, nearer, hearts heal harmonic, heart tap, linger wounds waltz to wonders, if we woo with wonder and wait,